Finding Dory is the sequel to the now 13-year-old film Finding Nemo, which is hailed by some as to be one of the best animated films ever. So how does the sequel stack up to such an iconic film? Well, I'd say pretty well. First off, the film has a great cast of voice actors, including the returning voices of Albert Brooks and Ellen DeGeneres, and newcomers such as Ed O'Neill, Caitlin Olsen, and Idris Elba, who are all fantastic in the film. The film takes place a year after the events of Finding Nemo, catching up with Marlin, Dory, and Nemo as Dory begins to have flashbacks to her past, sending her on a hunt to find her parents. Going into this film, I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't have any desire to see it, and I knew it'd be good because it's Pixar, but I don't believe anybody was clamoring at the bit to get more of Nemo. I mean, I get that people were excited when it was announced, but I didn't believe that people were asking for it. And my biggest worry about this film was that it would be a simple cash grab, similar to what Cars 2 and Monsters University were. And though at times the movie did feel like that, I felt like the story itself was strong enough that it could stand on its own and be something unique, similar to what the Toy Story sequels were. Another one of my concerns going into this film was that the creators were taking an already great side character and making them the protagonist, and that usually doesn't work, especially when the side character is one of comic relief, similar to what Mater was in Cars, and we all know how Cars 2 turned out. But what saved this movie was the inclusion of Hank the Octopus, who acted as Dory's character foil, similar to what Dory was to Marlin in the first film. And though Hank was great and all, he never lived up to that greatness Marlin had, that bite of sarcasm he had to Dory's responses. It just wasn't as good. And that is how I felt about most of this film. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it never was great. Apart from a few scenes that packed an emotional punch, I didn't feel a lot during this film. It didn't feel as high stakes nor as grand as Finding Nemo did. And that may be due to the movie only taking place in one location, whereas with Finding Nemo, Marlin and Dory's adventure took them right across the ocean, encountering new characters and crazy situations. It felt long and adventurous, like the pair actually endured so much just to save Nemo. Whereas with this film, because the adventure only takes place in one day and the journey to the aquatic center took a matter of mere seconds due to sea turtle travel, it didn't feel as epic nor impressive. I would have much rather have seen the trios travel to the aquatic center and possibly meeting Crush along the way as a fun cameo rather than having him right at the beginning. My only other complaint about this film is that they could have went in a serious ballsy direction, but rather they copped out and kind of went the easy route, leading me to predict exactly how the film is going to end. Also, the climax to the movie was a little bit too goofy, but then again, I can't really knock this film too much for it, mainly because Toy Story 2 did a similar thing with the little green dudes driving the Pizza Planet truck. Other than that, this is a good, fun sequel, and although it isn't quite clear exactly why this film had to be made, when the final few minutes were playing out before the credits started rolling, I felt a sense of relief that the final chapter to the story was finally closing in a nice way that leaves everybody, including myself, happy. Overall, I did enjoy my time with this film, and although I didn't view it as a total step back in the wrong direction for Pixar, I just hope that because Pixar's next few years are very sequel heavy, that they won't turn out to be films similar to Monsters University. I do recommend this film. It is a great Pixar movie. Not one of their best, but still good, and with that being said, Finding Dory gets an 8 out of 10. Alright guys, this has been your favorite critic 26 with my review of Finding Dory. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to smack that like button, share it to your friends, and subscribe for more videos. My next review will be of Florence Foster Jenkins, so look out for that in a day or so, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.